Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and welcome to my cabin. As you can see in all of the clips, it's pretty much an empty slate right now. So I've actually already started some of the renovation process. I pretty much took everything out and all that's left is the wood stove. And I just wanted to start fresh and start with a clean slate so I could fully choose anything that I wanted to add in myself. And it's just nicer in my opinion to start off with everything completely gone. But I did like the wood stove, so I did decide to keep that. So the cabin is 16 by 20 feet. Right now it's empty, so it looks pretty big, but in order to fit everything I want to, it's gonna be pretty tight. I don't have an exact plan for the layout yet, but I would like to make it fully functioning like a little tiny home. So I want to have a washroom and a loft with a bed and a kitchen and probably a work desk and a couch. So I'll have to play around with the layout and see what works best and how I can maximize the amount of space that I have because it's not huge. But as you can see right now, behind me, I've just started to prime the walls. So I've just covered all of the knots with a bit of primer, and that is just so when I paint the inside white, the knots won't show through. The next step is to cover the entire interior with the primer and then let it sit and dry, and then I'm going to cover it with at least one coat of white paint, possibly two if I need it. So that's why the wall looks a bit weird right now. It's just primer and that will all be covered. I've already started by taking everything out, and I didn't film that part because I initially didn't think I was going to be filming anything, but I've decided that it'd be good to document the experience, not only for myself to look back on in the future, but also for anyone to watch and enjoy and hopefully learn something, because I'll be learning a lot throughout this experience. I'm a complete beginner. I've never done anything like this before. I thought it would be really fun and it would be a good way for me to get outside and escape the city, and a nice little project for myself to work on. So I actually do still work in the city, so I'm not gonna be living here full time, but I'll be up here on weekends and as much as I possibly can. But yeah, like I do work another part-time job in the city, so I will take every opportunity I can to come up here and make some progress. I'm not sure the exact plan for this, and I am open to suggestions, but I am planning on doing a screened-in porch outside and probably a fire pit, and I'm gonna try to make the most of the space that I can, so try to use as much vertical space as possible, which is why I'm gonna put a loft in for the bed. I definitely have a lot to learn, so I'm open to any suggestions, and I'm gonna try to teach myself as much as possible. I will probably be receiving some help from friends and family to help me and make it a bit more enjoyable, so I'm not up here alone working all the time. And since I am adding a washroom, I might need to bring someone in to help me with the plumbing and electricity, so we'll see. So I've already painted majority of the outside of the cabin. I'm doing the outside black and the inside will all be white and bright, so it's gonna be pretty modern. But right now I've already started the painting of the exterior, and I am mainly just using a paint sprayer for that because it makes it much faster and easier than trying to roll paint on. So I found the painting process to be a lot more time consuming than I previously thought it would be, and it also takes up a lot more paint than I thought, because one can of black paint only covered a wall and a half, so I definitely underestimated that. upwind with the paint sprayer and it came back and it hit me in the face, like all the paint splatters. So I'm covered right now in black paint. Yeah, so that's great. I definitely learned my lesson there. So I've already made a ton of progress on the outside of the cabin. As you can see, it's all pretty much been painted black already. There's still a few spots that I have to touch up, and then I also have to sand down some areas on the deck because there's some black paint splatters and it doesn't look the greatest. So yeah, that's the first thing that I'm gonna do today while it's still nice out. The next few days are supposed to be a bit rainy, so I'm gonna do the outside first and then I can work on the inside if it's raining. Yeah, it's a super nice day today, so I want to make the best use of it and spend the most time outside as I can, but I don't have any of the supplies for my screen and porch yet, so hopefully I can get those soon. So this is what the outside of the cabin currently looks like. It's looking pretty good so far, but I still have a lot of work to do. So I need to do the screened-in porch and I need to get a light for the outside. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. So I hope you guys like the cabin as much as I do. I'm super excited about it and I think it's looking great so far. It still has a lot of work that needs to be done, but made a lot of progress, so that's good. So in next week's video, I think I'm going to focus on working on the inside of the cabin. I want to finish painting that white and hopefully start laying the flooring and get that looking a bit better because that looks a bit rough right now. So thank you all for watching the first episode of the Cabin Reno series. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any feedback, please let me know, or video suggestions for the future. I hope to see you again next week for another video. I'm super excited to complete this project and to see what else happens along the way, and yeah, I'm excited to take you all along with me on this journey.